Welcome back to another modern house tutorial. For this modern house tutorial, you will need smooth quartz stairs, oak wooden planks, some grass, some leaves, and some oak fences. So, without further ado, once you've got all the materials, get ready for this tutorial because it's about to be an amazing one.
Tutorial, and we're going to get started right away. So, what we're going to do for this house is we're going to use some oak planks and some stained glass panes. So we're going to get the glass panes now. I want to put the glass panes there. So the next thing for us to do now is to build up. We're going to build up for 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what we're going to do is we're going to build up on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what we're going to do is we're going to build across. So we're going to put across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to build up 1, 2, and 1, 2. But this should be actually 1, 2, and 1, 2. So in total, those two pillars should be 4 blocks high. And what we need to do along here is we need to build in the glass like this. And then I'm going to do the same here. Like that. So as you guys can see, that is what we have right there. Now the next thing for us to do is of course add more glass. Now in order for us to add the glass, what we're going to do is we're going to actually use some glass panes. Not glass panes, glass blocks. So for the glass blocks, we're going to get them now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. And then of course we're going to have a door here. And then of course I'm going to place the door right here. Like that. Well, not like that actually. Let's get these glass blocks. Let's place them there. The next thing for us to do now is for us to use our quartz and for us to build across like this. There we go. And then the next thing for us to do now is for us to break all of these blocks here and then just build across with quartz. Just like that. As you guys can see, that is the first layer. And then the last thing for us to do now is along here, we're going to add a layer of wood. So 1, 2, 3. And then of course extend out the quartz. And then that's the last thing that we need to do there. So I'm going to do the second layer now. And the second layer is pretty much exactly like the bottom layer, just again. So all we need to do now is build up here by 1, 2, 3, 4. Build up here by 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the left side, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 3. And then once again, like we did here, we're going to come over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. As you guys can see. On the bottom, 1, 2, 3. And as you guys can see, in the middle here, we're going to add ourselves some glass. Going to also add ourselves some glass. There we go. And the next thing for us to do now is for us to build across here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you guys can see. So we basically build the exact same thing that we just did at the bottom and the top. And the next thing for us to do now is for us to add some layers out in front of this. So we're going to add the layers starting here, as you guys can see. And then we're also going to add the layers here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as you guys can see. And then we're going to add our glass and I build around like this. There we go. And that is going to be the balcony. Now, because we built a balcony here, we're also going to add an area underneath. So this area underneath here is basically just a little outline. So we're going to build 1, 2, 3. We'll go 1, 2, 3. And then of course in here, there we go. And then we're going to add some wood in here like this. So as you guys can see, there is that done. And our next thing for us to do now is us to add a roof along the top here. Like that. And then of course for us to extend it out like this. So as you guys can see, now that that is done, our next stage / step is for us to build the right side of the house. So the right side of the house right here is very, very simple. This side is just a wall. So I'm going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to build this up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add quartz along here. And then we're going to add quartz all the way along the back. And we're going to add quartz along the back here as well. And then, as you guys can see in the middle here, what we're going to do is we're going to fill it in with quartz. So now that's done, as you guys can see, there is looking absolutely amazing. So next thing for us to do now is for us to, of course, do this side. So all we need to do is add the wood along here, like that. Add some more wood along here, add some more wood along here. And then of course along the back we're going to add some windows. So the back windows are basically similar to the front windows. So all we need to do now is leave a space here. And as you guys can see at the front, there's wood here. So we just add some more wood here. Just like that, as you guys can see. So it's the same distance. If you want to count the distance, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys can see. The next thing for us to do now is do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just fill in this area with glass. Just like that, as you guys can see. So now that is done, our next step for us to do is to use our smooth quartz and to build the top part of the house. So for the top part of the house, what we want to do is, of course, we want to build the same as the bottom part. So it's kind of like bottom part, top part. It's a very interesting house. So we're going to continue. Once again, we're going to add a wall along here. Along here. We're going to add a wall along here. And then, of course, what we want to do now is we want to, once again, just like the other bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then once again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3 again. So now that that's done, we just want to fill in this area. Now, as you guys can see, there we have it, guys. So as you guys can see, now that that is done, all we got to do now is use our quartz and build up 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, once again, add the roof along here like this. And of course, have that there. So now we've got to do is we got to have our smooth quartz along here, along this wall. And there we do. There we done it, guys. So now all we got to do is just fill in the roof. So as you guys can see, now that that is done, all we need to do is, of course, add ourselves some lighting. So we're going to get ourselves some glowstone. We're going to go underneath here. Add some glowstone like that. Oh god, not like that. next thing for us to do now is, of course, add some stairs. So we're going to break this here, as you guys can see. And then we're going to add some stairs here like this. So there we go. And of course, just add some stairs underneath to give it a nice and modern design. As you guys can see, this is basically the entire house. Now, of course, this house isn't done. Of course, what we need to do is we need to add some final details, because the house, it doesn't look too great, to be honest. I mean, it looks good, but we can make it great. So in order for us to make this house great, what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to firstly separate this house into different rooms. So right here, you guys can see that once we come upstairs, we want to be able to separate this room into a different one than this one. So we're going to add a big wall along here, as you guys can see. We're going to add a big wall along here, as you guys can see. And then, of course, in the middle here, we're going to break this open. And, of course, this is going to be how you enter / exit this room. Then, of course, we're going to do the same underneath here. We're going to add a wooden wall. Like that. So, as you guys can see, once again, you want to be able to break open this area. And you want to be able to separate the rooms. Now, of course, upstairs is ideally where you want your bedroom. You want your bedroom to ideally be here, because you're going to be able to quickly grab your loot and you're going to be able to go out and fight mobs or whatnot. I wouldn't recommend putting your bed downstairs, because zombies and mobs can easily attack you as you wake up. I would have the bed up here, and of course, you know, have some other blocks as well. What's the other stuff? There's some lights. I don't know what the lights are called, but yeah, let's put some torches down. As you guys can see, this is going to be a sleeping area. Now, of course, you can add some doors here. Of course, this area could be like a crafting area. Same for down area here. Another crafting area. Place some torches, light the place up. And as you guys can see, you can pretty much do with this house what you want. You know, build it on a city server, build it on a survival server. You know, use wool or whatnot. I would just recommend keeping the bed up there. But as you guys can see, oh my gosh. As you guys can see, no, it looks fine. As you guys can see, this is the final house design. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, do not leave a like, do not subscribe. It's been Drew Build /ChooseMC /Rainbow Gamer